You guys looking for a podcast? Well, this ain't no ordinary podcast. This is the Three Bells Podcast. With Triple J. Yeah! Mundo. What? And Shane O'Mac. Acknowledge me. Coming to you live each and every Monday night from Monday Night Raw, Tuesdays with NXT, and Friday Night SmackDown featuring WWE PPVs, news, and more. So tune in live and follow the buzzards. And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Hey, guess what? The Three Bells Podcast Friday Night SmackDown recap is moving. Beginning Friday, July 19th, the new home of the Friday Night SmackDown recap will be aired live on YouTube and Facebook. Just go on the Three Bells Podcast Facebook or YouTube page and click the live link to join in on the action.
Yeah, it's your boy, Main Event, Triple J. Welcome to the Three Bells Podcast NXT recap of Great American Bash Night 1. Woo, what a night we just got, ladies and gentlemen. I got my boy here, Shane O'Mac, to my right. How you feeling, my guy? Talk to me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
What's good, everybody? It's me, your homie, Shane O'Mac, coming to you live from the East New York section of the Three Bells Podcast table. Yeah, man, tonight was night 1 of the Great American Bash at NXT. We have a lot to talk about. Let's not waste no time. Let's hit it. I'm ready. Jay, what's good, man?
Man, if you ready, I'm ready. Hit him with your signature, boy. Hit him.
Because you're ready, and I'm ready, and everyone is ready. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. For this is Three Bells Podcast, everybody.
Yes, sir. Thank you for that, my kind man. Whew. Damn, Shane, what a way to open the show tonight. We got Hank and Tank as our hosts. What a surprise. And you see how they started off the show, being security and sliding through the doors with their security pass.
Yeah,
That
what was all of that about? What was that?
Remember at the time I told you that when Hank first came, he was a security guard, so he more than likely still held on to his card, and they used it to get in the building. I thought that was a cool way to start off the show tonight.
I mean,
And
is that why they did what they did, to try to find the power to start the show?
yeah, security got to always be in the building first.
So they went through all of that just to find the fuse box, the power box, turn it on, and then all the lights came on at the ring area.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious. He pulled the plug. On the wrong shit and blew the fuse.
He pulled the plug. He pulled like a Wi-Fi plug from the they knocked out everybody off the internet. They didn't wipe the power off the building. That was the internet.
Yeah,
They just lost the connection to the world.
That was hilarious. I really give it to them too for opening up as being our host. So, Miz, one up this. Your turn on Saturday. So
Well, of course he's gonna up it because he's gonna have R-Truth with him.
yeah, he's gonna have them hors d'oeuvres ready.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man! And then you see, like in the beginning, they let us know we're getting 3 title matches. But the crazy thing was, how do they show? They show Roxy and Thea, Dawn and Tavion, and then Oba. I'm like, wait a minute, Oba's not fighting tonight. Why are they showing him?
That was very weird.
I think they put the wrong person on there.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, because it should have been like Alba and Dawn on there.
Right, unless it was like a last minute switch after they had made, because that was a video package, obviously. Maybe they had made the switch after that was shot.
Mm-hmm.
But it was very weird how the camera was on Tony D and family, and then
Yeah,
it pans over to the car, and an Oba comes out. So we're like,
that's
huh?
oh my god. And then look, they give us the first match. And considering this first match that we got, like look how fast it was, like we were saying, to call these chicks out and they get the first opportunity. Like you could tell by the way the crowd was, they were happy to see Fire and Dawn because they were like, "Welcome back, welcome back."
Mm-hmm.
But at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, Metaphor was the baby faces for this fight. Quite surprising. Quite surprising. Like,
Yeah,
what did you?
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, what did you think overall with this one? I pretty much enjoyed it. It was a good starter.
It was a very good starter. It was hard to concentrate because, I ain't gonna lie to you, all four ladies are looking good, even Fire and Desire. I mean, man, whew, very hard to concentrate, but there was some good moments. Like, first off, Fire and Dawn, they just came out swinging before the bell even ringed.
Facts.
So they already knew that they had to get Lash, without her looking because of how strong she is. So they both, got on her, and it wasn't worried about little old, Jakara. It was like, yeah, we get you in a second, but let's handle this big motherfucker first here. So they managed to handle her, and then oddly enough, Jay, as soon as the bell rung, uh, yeah, Jakari, she managed to grab the girl and get her into a fruit roll up and almost had the 3 count.
She tried.
Almost. Yeah, she tried. She was very smart and saw that homegirl was distracted, and she grabbed that. It only took was 1 second for her to see that and to jump on it, and she did. So I give Lady J her credit for that. She was up and aware, and she almost had it. And I must say that I was impressed with her performance tonight. She did it. She did an awesome job. I'm talking about Chikara. I'm definitely an even bigger fan of hers than last week. I'm really liking this girl. I don't know
You know
why.
what's gonna,
I don't know why. She's just so damn sexy to me all of a sudden. I don't know why. Maybe it's because we're seeing, the real toughness in her. Maybe, she's finally getting her moment and she's taking
right.
full advantage of it, and she's backing up Lash as much as possible with her quickness and her high risk maneuver moves and her counter move. She's very good at slipping away from holds that I've noticed. She's very quick and she's very good at that. So I'm starting to see how she moves, what her twang is, her creme de la creme, and I love it. I love it. This was a tough match for them because these girls, Fire and Dawn, they are very smart and they work awesomely together. And I see why that they are now the winners. Because Lash is all about power, but these girls, they really had to use their brains and they had to work together in order to just get Lash by herself. And all in all, yeah, we have remaining champions of Fire and Dawn, Jay.
Man, the way they took control, like Fire and Dawn, if they're fighting like this on Saturday, then they have a puncher's chance to actually win.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, the way they took care of Lash, like they eliminated Lash out of this fight after she was doing her thing. I was like, wow. They got the weaker of the two opponents, and Jakara tried to fight out of it and battled her way through it, but shit, like the double knees by Dawn, she hit that shit twice,
Mm-hmm.
and their finisher is like such Sister Abigail like. It's like a DDT with a Sister Abigail.
Mm.
I'm like,
Yeah,
yo, that shit is fire.
that was serious. That was serious. But let me ask you a question. Did you notice that when they got Lash out the ring, this was before they got the 3 count, when they threw Lash out the ring and the screen went black? Did you notice that?
No,
Oh,
I
you
didn't.
missed it. That was a sense of black. You know why would happen?
Oh God, whose titties came out?
It was Lash. Lash when she
Oh
because the
God.
way they rolled out, she rolled out and her boob like oozed out, and before it fully came out, the screen went black for like a couple of seconds. It said, dang, but they caught it. But yeah, that's what happened. And that was the last we seen of her. Then we go back in the ring, and then that's when it was all about Chikara, and that's when they doubled on her and scored the pin. But
Oh
yeah,
shit.
that was the major black censorship of the night, courtesy of
um,
Miss Lash.
you know what? You know who Jakara? I think I told you last week who she reminds me of. She
Hmm.
reminds me of the girl that used to be with Naomi, the Funkadelics.
Oh my
She
goodness, who
remind.
was that?
I
Oh,
forgot her name.
that was so long ago. Wow.
Yeah, man, that's who she reminds me of.
Okay, but it's not her, of course. But she just remind you of
Mm,
her. Uh,
yes. Let me see if I could. It was Ariane Andrews. Okay. AKA Cameron. That's who she was, Cameron.
okay, did she manage to play in the ring? I mean, did she manage to have some matches
A
or?
little, a little bit, not much, not much.
Oh, just a little,
But
like a little swing here and there. It wasn't like she was tag teaming with Naomi.
nah, just hearing like once in a blue here and there. But she was more
Ah,
of the dancer, more of a dancer,
okay. Yeah, they
and
were a dance crew, right?
yeah, that's how Naomi got her claim to fame. Starting off as a dancer with Brodus
Mm-hmm.
Clay.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Oh
Jay,
man.
we forgot to mention that there's only 2 of us at the table tonight, because for those of you who wasn't here with us yesterday or a couple hours ago, several hours ago, around 1, 2 o'clock, we was announcing that the CEO, Mr. AKA Mr. Mundo, he is not here. He's not going to be here for the week because he is on vacation. He is on
Mhm.
a beautiful boat, chilling with his family, having a good time. Hopefully, he's eating and drinking his ass off. And probably going to see him 20, 25 pounds heavier, which is totally okay. It's one of the few reasons why a good reason why a person would get bigger, because they're on a yacht, which is unlimited food and awesome drinks. I mean, why not, you know? But shout out to
No.
Mundo. Hopefully you're having a good time. Hey, he's in the listening post along with T Solo. Shout out to T Solo. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us, being the listeners. Hopefully you're entertained and you learn a little something from the NXT recap tonight, Jay.
For sure. And
Mm-hmm.
following this fight, we got Ethan Page, and he comes out to talk about no 1, 2, 3s.
I think we have that because he's coming from the back as because Fire and Dawn, they celebrated and they left, and they left Metaphor, or should we call him Metal 3, in the ring, and then this guy comes out. Ethan Page.
Music. Would you look at this? Metaphor coming up short. Ladies, I truly hope that you repay the favor to Oro next week and console him after his loss, because there won't be any fluke victories or luck on your side, and there sure as hell won't be any 1, 2, 3s. Oro,
You hear the crowd.
I'm going to do you a favor, though.
1, 2, 3.
And I'm going to let you get a close look, because, Oro, this is the best look you're ever going to get at my NXT title. Whoa,
swing and a miss. 2, 3. He did it again, Jay.
I guess that's his official nickname now. On-site Oro.
And Ethan's in the middle of the ring throwing a fit. Throwing a temper tantrum. Well, I mean, you can't feel bad for the guy. He asked for it.
All this shit that's happening, Oro, I still feel it's gonna lose.
You think so?
Ethan just got it. There's no way in hell he's losing that title in a month. I think he'll hold it down probably to like the mid to late fall. I want to see what he can do since he's missed the whole ego.
Right. So you figure he's gonna hold it till we hit the CW?
Yeah. I think he's our champion going into the CW.
Okay.
We only got a few months. Only got a few months anyway for it. So.
Right. But hopefully, and I know that we're still gonna have an awesome fight. Even though he wins, I think Oro, we're gonna see the best of Oro. I mean, we're gonna have to, because he finally gets his hands on this guy that he's been sucker punching for how long? And now he finally gets his hands on him in an actual match for the title. So yeah, he's gonna pull all the stops. He's gonna have to in order to go after this guy. Just to prove why he's the champion, versus a guy that is not only proven that he can be champion, but he's fighting, in honor of, his homie and his crew. So there's a lot, on this guy's back in terms of why he feels he has to win, because it's not just him. So I'll look at it, Jay.
True. Let's see what we get here now. We got Cedric talking to some up and coming prospects in the back, and Spears is there. And he's like, don't listen to the, he's got wisdom and this and that. And Cedric, he tells Cedric that he's a lost cause. And Cedric fires back. And here comes Jensen, and he's just yelling right at him. And he's like, I'm going to show you. I'm like, uh-oh. So it seems like, we're getting this fight later on tonight between the two. And we see how Spears is playing a role in probably more than likely directing this match as well. I'd love to see how this one goes. And then we hearing about the Tavion fight with the Dawn, and he's letting them know, like, look, I rep the USA in Greco-Roman wrestling. I won all these medals. Big matches don't scare me. And he's mentioning Tony D'Angelo's amateur career in University of Buffalo as well. And then the Dawn talks as well, and he mentions how he don't win every 4 years. He wins every night. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Then we get your boy Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne. You got that audio?
Mm-hmm.
I've been in
Oh
this
man.
business for 18 years. I started at 12 years old, and when I look around this locker room, I've seen it all before. Grown men that can't handle a setback, they just can't figure it out. Pete Dunne, YXB, young and bitter. The first time in my life that I turned to somebody for advice, I got stuck with a terrible nickname.
He never liked the name.
Show. You'd be bitter too.
Yeah, I knew it. He could be the
Seamus
two.
went home. And Rich ran when things got a little tough. Tyler's laid up at home resting up. They're not like me. And neither are you, Trick.
That's Pete Dunne!
You lot just can't seem to figure it out.
What has gotten in to Dunne?
When I was a teenager back in Birmingham, I was travelling on a bus to a show. When three geezers walked on masked up, carrying hammers. They jumped me. They robbed me in front of a bus full of people. Nobody stepped up for me. Nobody stepped in. I pulled myself together. Cracked teeth, black eye. I stood up, pulled myself together, and made the town. I handled business. You know why? Because I just figure it out. Now, Trick, you're the face of NXT. A man with all the tools. 6'4", superstar athlete, and you've answered some tough questions. You've beat Ilya Dragunov, you beat Carmelo Hayes. You'd think that somebody with all that confidence would be able to trust their instincts. But no. You have to come to a man like me for answers. So next week, you're in for a painful lesson, and I'm going to force you to figure it out.
Damn. Meanwhile, Trick was looking on the monitor.
Okay, Petey. Let's see who has it all figured out next week. Forget whoop that Trick. I'm gonna whoop that ass.
So that explains it then. That explains everything. Okay. We got it, Jay. Yeah. That explains it. That damn name. Ugh. So that's what it was. It was the damn name.
Sure.
This should be an interesting fight between him and Trick.
Because that's what I was feeling the whole time with a guy like Pete. He felt betrayed, and then they gave him a stupid ass name, and he was feeling real sour. So he built up a lot of frustration inside. Like, he tells the truth, like, yo, Sheamus went home, Butch ran to chase you. I mean, not Butch, Ridge ran to chase you, and they left them all alone. So now the side of him that we're getting is that mean, aggressive side, and we all been waiting for him to talk. He's finally started talking. I told you guys, let's just wait and watch. So here he goes going after Mr. Trick Willie. I don't think Trick wins this one. I think Pete's gonna.
You think Pete's gonna get it?
I think Pete's gonna get him.
This is so tricky because it's like in the way both of them are kind of in their feelings here.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know, because Trick is worried. He's worried about other things. Like there's other things that's more important and bigger than Pete Dunne, Pete Dunne, or Petey. And then Petey, he has beef within his own boys, his own crew. And when you hear that video package, when he discussed, how he was on that bus, he had to fend for himself. It kind of seems like he's doing that all over again now. And those guys that beat it on him on the bus practically did the same thing in terms of these guys leaving him alone, once again, on the bus for him to defend himself.
Yeah.
So that's a whole lot of emotional feelings that, that PD is holding. And then Trick, he's worried about, Ethan and getting the title back. And now he's on this getting my title back tour type thing. So,
And you see with Pete's a little guy picking these matches with these big, tall guys. Like these 6'7", 6'8" guys that are like 270, 280. He's like, so what? I'm a little guy. I can still fight. That's what I like about him. Like I feel honestly we're gonna get the best of Pete Dunne within these next 6 to 8 months. We're gonna see a whole different side of him, like the way I originally seen him at first as the bruiserweight. Like that's why I always kept on saying, bruiserweight this, bruiserweight that, because this boy could fight. He was never built for the tag ranks. This solo shit, I could see him. I could see his first title being the IC title. Definitely.
Really?
Down the line, IC champ. Not right now.
Not right now, but down the line once he handles all of his business.
Right. I could see like around this time next year, maybe he'll be holding his first title.
So you think you're guessing SummerSlam
At
next
least
year?
a year. Yeah, at least a year from now. He's not on the card. He's getting he got a fight this week. So yeah, he got a fight on NXT's so-called PLE, if you want to say that, a televised PLE. So there goes his work for the week. He'll return back to Raw and do the same shit he was doing, going to go after Sheamus.
Right.
And probably even maybe try to mess with Bronson. But I would love to see Pete against well, we've seen Pete and Bronson already. We've seen Sheamus and Bronson. Next is a triple threat.
Yeah, that's going to be... Oof.
Next it will be some shit if Breaker loses on Saturday, and Sammy retains some way, somehow, and then there's a triple threat between those three guys that we're mentioning for the IC title. Bronson hasn't had his full chance yet. And then Sheamus and Butch got their beef now. I think Bronson gets his turn eventually. Unless if Sammy loses, then Sammy gets the rematch at Bad Blood.
That soon?
Yeah. If Braun could get it that fast, so I would say Sammy gets his, and 5 weeks later.
Because I thought that there was because it seems like that there's starting to be an angle with Sammy and Jey Uso.
Right.
After what we seen, what was that, yesterday?
Yeah.
It seems
and
like
last week.
So yeah, maybe. Wow. There's so many ways that all of this can go, and so many people can be intertwined with the story that's intertwined with this story.
Too much.
Oof, gives me a headache. I need a drink. Don't worry, it's water. It's just water.
Hey, you could drink whatever you please, bro. I got my Pepsi. You already know me.
And look what's on
There's not
TV. a Pepsi
What?
commercial.
Oh shit.
Pepsi and Doritos.
Oh shit. I got potato sticks and Pepsi. Oh god.
Happy Tuesday.
Oh, hey, we got a fight. Woo. We got what is this? Our second match of the night? Yes, it is. Where we got the Don defending his Heritage Cup. I said it right. Versus Tavion Heights. They produced 5 rounds in this one, Shane.
Mm-hmm.
Where our first two were draws, and that was making the match was kind of even. The last 3 rounds, picked up somewhat. Hmm, What did you
Round.
What did you think?
I mean, it was almost as if Tony D was fighting himself and Heights was fighting
Hmm.
himself because they are both like evenly matched. They're both strong, powerful guys that was throwing each other around the ring like they were like Sunday newspapers. Like it took no effort for TH to lift up Tony and to slam him, and the same for Tony. That's why those first 2 rounds it was a draw. It was mostly like holding. It was like the old fashioned Greco wrestling. It was a whole lot of that. And then once it came to like the third round, that's when Tony won that one. And then once it came to the fourth round, what was going on with this out of nowhere, Ren Sinclair? She comes out into the audience, Jay, and starts cheering and hooping and hollering. And yeah, after he lost that third round, before the start of the fourth round, this dude was helping Trev up, and she runs into the ring and she pushes the guy. I don't know what the guy's name is. He was wearing that pink shirt.
Miles Bourne, whatever this shit is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she pushed him off as he was helping Trey up, and she grabbed Trey, pushed him to the corner, and was like, "You're Trey Hurter. You could do this, and you could win this." Next thing you know, she said, "Bash!" Smacked him right in the face. We was like, "Oh!" And that actually it revved him up. It amped him up. And she was barking. She kept on saying, "You could do this, and you could win this. You're gonna win this. God damn it!" Bash! Slapped him again, Jay. And even the crowd was like, "Ouch!" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm ready. That did it. That did it." And then as soon as the bell rang, he went out there and he went full throttle on Tony. And that slap or 2 slaps helped him out, Jay, because look who won round 4. Trey and the slaps won round 4. So now we are even going into round 5. And yeah, it was once again an even match. But it was Tony and his spine buster. He was just lifting this guy up again like he was a Saturday paper. And gave him that spine buster. Got the pin. 1, 2, 3. We have our second title match in a row with no new winner. Congratulations, Tony. Jay.
No, I don't. I was like, yo, how the fuck did this guy just went off of a spine buster? You telling me that he did all of this for that to win? I put it on my paper, weak finisher. Nah, Tavion should have got up. Tony D should have hit him with the forget about it again. Because, nah, that spine buster just took the air out of son. He could have, nah. The match could have been drawn better. Could have
I
been
guess
drawn
they
way
looked at
better.
it as that it was like a consecutive moves that he did, and then the spine buster, and that was a strong spine buster. You had to admit that. Like he threw the
Yeah.
hell out of Trayvon on that mat. And I think it was because of that. It wasn't just the spine buster. It was like the other things that he did before that So it was like a series of moves that he did, and he ended it with the spine buster. That's how I look at it.
And you know what's crazy? I'm like, yo, how did y'all have the whole second round in picture? I was so furious because I had to shift myself out on my bed and be like, why is this shit in my left corner? Like they told us the whole time that they wasn't going on they was gonna let us see the entirety of every match. But
Mm-hmm.
damn, like y'all literally gave us the entire match. The whole second round. When they come back from picture in picture, there's only like 7 seconds left. Nah. Y'all could just finish the whole shit if that was the case. Add an extra commercial and finish it off. Bro,
Mm-hmm.
no.
But that was the theme. They did a lot of picture in picture, so we won't miss any of the action. And that's what they did. They did a whole lot of picture in picture. I don't know if it was because of the fact that it's a free pay-per-view or because we was on the Sci-Fi Channel. Because usually they do picture in picture like what? Like in the first match, the second match maybe, and they would do like one.
You know what I think? You know what I think it is that they doing when it's their pre PLE shows that they do on them Tuesdays. They did it to us like once or twice before, and I think that was at spring breaking went that way as well, where we got picture in picture the entire night.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is a trend that they do only for those PLE nights, the televised PLE nights. To me, I don't mind it because it's like as if we're watching it on Peacock and we getting the entire match straight up. There's they're paying for their commercials, paying their bills, and we still get to see the match.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. When they really went on commercial, they really went on commercial. Other than that, every match that went on commercial, we got to see. So it definitely kept me in tune to the point where I was like, you know what, I can't even take a break or do this or do that because the match is on. I had to wait till a commercial really came up on to make any type of moves in the house.
Yep.
But other than that, this match, could have been better. After this, we get JC and Jasmine talking about Sol Ruka and Carmen Petrovic, and we see that both Sol and Carmen respond by telling them to stop complaining, and we get the same video that we seen on X the other day of Lola Vice kicking whatever it was. I don't know the name of those thingies, but you know they let us know that there's a 6-woman tag coming later on, and then we get our third match of the night, which features Jensen versus Cedric. And did you notice, Shane, on Cedric's pants it said Prime?
Really?
Yeah, but not
No.
spelled out. But not spelled out in the Prime logo way. But it did say Prime on the top, and I said, "Oh shit!" I think he was calling himself what? Like, didn't he have that on his pants before when he was with the Hurt Business?
I don't remember that.
I don't know, but that's something I'm looking at. I'm looking at with him
What
with
does that
that Prime
mean?
logo on it. I don't
Do you know
know.
what that means?
Prime time Cedric. Mm,
Prime times.
mm,
Because for a
mm,
second I was going to say, are you sure it didn't mean pride? But then that word wasn't used a lot.
no way. No way. And what you like? What was your thoughts with Jensen? Like, you think Jensen really showed us something tonight?
This match wasn't that bad. It was it was semi meat versus meat in there. And it was, I don't know. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like a top match. It was cool that they managed to, they went out of the ring and they managed to hit the table. And, when he put Seti on the table and Booker T said, hey, let's pack it up. He packed it up and walked away. You know how folks get when it's time to go. They don't waste no time and leave. He packed it up and he stood to the side, and Jensen went up towards the ring, and he jumped to aim for the table, but he missed the table. But his legs hit the table. That
Bro, I know that
actually
shit
looked
had
like
to
it
hurt.
hurt. Yeah, it really
That
looked like it hurt because his leg did some weird movement, and it almost looked like it was about to snap or something. It just looked weird and painful.
you seen
But
Spears looking at him. Spears was looking at him like, what?
yeah, because
Just
Spears came out, and that was like a distraction for Jensen and Seti. He took advantage of that, and he did his lumbar check. Is that what that's
yes.
called?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did his lumbar check, and guess what, Jay? Seti won. He won the match.
Bro, I was like, oh
He won the
shit.
match. And somebody shared on Twitter, they said in quote, Cedric Alexander has won his first singles match, since May of 2021 against Shelton Benjamin.
Damn.
2021. And he
3
beat
years?
Sheldon? I don't know what's more shocking, the year or the person that he beat it.
I would think that the amount of time it took for him to get his next win. Because I didn't know that was his last win.
I ain't either. Wasn't even a thought in my mind for me to say, when was the last time this dude won a match? And I wasn't even thinking about him till we saw his return with Ashanti. What was that? 2-3 weeks ago, when they was in the back and they popped up out of nowhere by Ava's office. Yeah.
Right, because all this couldn't do nothing. All this couldn't do nothing with them on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And more than likely just sent them down there. Wink, wink.
Yeah. That's what they do when they can't find anything on SmackDown or Raw. Throw their ass downstairs to NXT. See what you could, good luck with him, Shawn Michaels. Let's see what you could do with him. But hey, he got a win. He did look good. Jensen, it looked good. It was a good match. It was a good match. I'll say that. Wasn't the best, but it was good.
I like the fact that Cedric got to display his full-on offense tonight.
Mm-hmm.
He let it. He was showing it, because Jensen had a lot of slips and mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
So that you could tell Spears is gonna be like, look, you got to fix some stuff up. Yeah, this wasn't a good showing for you tonight. Cedric looked more like the veteran in the ring, and I think now Spears is gonna be so upset that he probably challenges him next week. Not next week, but the week after.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be like, look, this is how you do it, Jensen. This is how you beat Cedric. And then Cedric starts a new losing streak.
Oh no! So I guess he should enjoy it now. It's going to be his last for the next 3 years. Oh no! Well, congratulations, Seti.
I'm the underdog. Underdog. And look at this. Look at this. We got Javon Evans talking. Young OG.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
What you want to know about me? My earliest memory of wrestling is probably with my mom and dad. They would always fight. But when that TV came on, the only thing yelling was the TV and Michael Cole, of course. Oh my God! My mom, she was more like a John Cena person. My dad, he was more of a Booker T person. sucker.
Of course.
But my parents split when I was around 6 years old. You know, when your parents get divorced at a young age, you got a little angry. When I saw Jeff Hardy jump off that top rope, I saw RVD hit that frog splash. Hey, all that anger went away. I mean, I guess I can tell this story, but in second grade during recess, I see this wall. So I climbed the wall all the way to the top, and I see my friends play wrestling at the bottom. So I thought I was Jeff Hardy. He's going to say the young OG got in trouble.
Of course.
I can't get in trouble for this, right? All right. Yeah, when I was younger, I used to tell my teachers to suck it. And my neighbors, they had a big trampoline. So whenever they would leave,
you ain't the only one.
I would hop their fence and just go over there and call my friends like, hey, I got a trampoline, so we, wrestle on it. And, whenever they came back to work, we was out of there. We was gone. Wrestling is fun to me. You know what I'm saying? It brings me joy. And, the young OG likes to have fun. So I had to stop. All right, here we go. I was like, hey, what if I take a step off the trampoline to chasing this dream for real?
Shout out to the trampoline. Yeah. Good old trampoline and good old Hardy and RVD. That explains it, because I can see the both of them in him when he's doing his thing. I totally see the inspirations from the both of them.
The daredevil high flying tactics.
Yeah.
Because you could see at the ripe old age of 19, 20, this kid really has the balls to do what he's doing. So this is what I usually say when I notice certain cuts, when they cut people, is only because either NXT signed someone younger and similar and cheaper, and you get rid of Ricochet. Now look at what's happening. We're getting, the young OG. He's cheaper, younger, 15 years younger, maybe 16, and he got, he could be with the company longer, and it's their product. They brung him up, they got him. As to where we knew Ricochet as Prince Puma, in the indie circuit. So. That's why I sit back and I pay close attention to the cuts when we see them. I don't necessarily throw blame at certain things, but I pay attention to the signees during those times. So, I don't get mad when I see fans complain about certain things with those situations. We just got to see that they're thinking about the future of the brand. They can't always stay with certain people and be like, look, we got this product coming up, and now we can't move this product because we still got this one here, and this one is demanding this. He's hot. We got two hot guys. What are we going to do?
Right.
So kudos to the young OG and his parents. And then also after that, we see Mr. Joe Hendry talking to four ladies in the background, and after he walks off, you hear the ladies, talking their little talk about Joe, and here comes Ashante and takes two of the women and is like, yo, let's go get a front row seat. I said, yo, this guy pulling the same two girls from last week or the week before. Oh, shit.
I ain't hating on your player.
He's really an Adonis, for real. Like the old school Adonis. That's crazy. A ladies man, charmer. Jakara ain't gonna like that. Jakara's gonna be like, I see what you doing.
Or maybe she'll be drawn to it the way the girls are drawn.
He's getting all the attention. She's gonna want that attention.
And she's getting some attention. Like you said before, it was always about Lash, and now for once, she's getting somebody interested in her. So, shit, why not? How often do, Do you get a guy to shoot his shot at you compared to all the other guys who are shooting shots at her? Damn right she's going to take it. And he's not a bad looking guy. Like he's a good looking dude. He's very charming. He's very benign with the women. So yeah, they're gonna be drawn to him. He knows what to say to a particular girl that he wants to hook up with. Why wouldn't they say no? And Jakari, even though she didn't say no, it was Lash and Oro that said no. She was saying yes by licking that lollipop, letting him know what's up. But I don't know. I could see him, trying to holler at her again in the future. Sometime, later on down the line, once they get out of this tag team mode, because right now as we speak, I'm sure they they're in this mist of being in the tag team title match and they lost. So I'm guessing once they get out of this mist of losing the match, then that'll be a better time and a better opportunity for him to holler at her.
Cool.
I don't know. And then that'll be something with, I don't know. Like I could see something interesting going on with them after next week or moving down to next month possibly. I don't know. We should see, Jay.
True. Like, I'm just looking at it like imagine one day that with his name being Ashante, that he actually brings out Ashanti to do a song for him, like prior to him coming out, because we don't really know his entrance music like that. So imagine she comes out, baby, baby, baby.
Oh boy.
and then he comes out. Oh shit. Oh man.
Well, they're gonna have to give her like good money to get her away from her baby, because don't forget, she just had a baby. She just had a baby. Yeah, she had Nelly's baby.
Cool.
Yeah, a bouncing baby boy, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
Cool. Let me check this message. We got a message from Dr. Killjoy.
Hey, doctor.
How's your boy, Dr. Killjoy? What's good? What's good? What's Thomas really good with the hood? What's going on, Triple J? What's going on, Shano Mac? What's good, man? Just see two of y'all tonight. All right, we're down. Look here, I have a prediction, not a prediction, but a theory. Okay, what comes down to black superstars in the WWE. Now, if you're in NXT, you're safe. You're good, and you're safe. They'll push you to the motherfucking ceiling. They'll push you to the motherfucking stars. You know what I'm saying? Give you the shine that you deserve as the black king that you are. But as soon as you go to the main roster and you're under Triple H's rule, well, not so much. I mean, look how many black stars do you see that actually do this shit right now? That are doing shit right now. I mean, really. Let's be really real. Look at Sean.
Damn, what else you had to say? I was like, damn, got cut off there. But I get what you're saying with that point, as far as with the way it goes from Shawn Michaels to Triple H. The only what you call it? He got what? Xavier Woods in a beef with. Ugh, God, these guys, AOP, Karrion Kross, and the Final Testament, Jade and Bianca going for the tag titles on Friday. What else is there? Naomi doesn't really got nothing going on for herself.
I mean, it's just a weird subject to me because it's like you're not going to always have, someone black at the top, someone who's always going to have a title that's going to be black. Sometimes you will, and sometimes you won't. Sometimes they will shine, and sometimes they don't. And I mean, shout out to to my brothers and sisters, of course, but I mean, let's keep it funky here. It's not we're not going to always be on top, but we are going to always have some time to shine on TV.
True.
Sometimes it's going to be more, sometimes it's less, but there are going to be times where people are going to say, "Oh, we're going to need more black people. How come black people are doing this and doing that and doing that and the fourth?" And it's like, well, first off, there's not even a whole lot of us in it to begin with. So, I mean, I don't see, like, I'm trying my best not to see the race. I don't want to use that card.
I don't use that either, because I feel the way Triple H sometimes thinks is that he's going in a certain way, in a certain rhythm when he selects his champions, because we had an era where we did have the New Day as tag champs, Big E as a champ, Kofi as champ. They've had their runs. The black people have had their runs because Lashley was U.S. Lashley was the main champion at a point. The Street Profits had the tag belts for almost a year. Everybody had their runs. So now we're like in an era where once that backlash in 2023 happened, it felt like the changing of where now we're gonna get the Latin wrestlers now more of their shine, because then we start seeing LWO, we start seeing Dominic more, we start seeing everybody getting featured more in the Spanish realm. Now look, Zelina getting featured more. So it's always everybody gets featured a certain way. Damage Control with the Asians, Shinsuke when he had his storyline going on. Every race gets their shine. This is why I don't look at it as it's a majority race thing. You know, we grew up to this. We grew up to wrestlers, the main champions being long hair, blonde guys, big muscles. That's what we grew up. We grew up to that and got used to it. That back then as kids, when we seen our favorite wrestlers, we didn't care if they was a title holder or not, because we knew most of the time Hulk Hogan has the belt. Damn near Hogan. So we would see like Ultimate Warrior, IC, Honky Talk Man, as we talked about yesterday, IC. We always got those bits and pieces with that.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
I know, like with me when I was young, back in the golden era, of course, it was about Hogan and Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man. And, we didn't see them because it was white. We kids, we don't know anything about black and white and race cards, stuff like that. Like, we saw a superstar. We thought how cool they were. And we just rocked with them. Coco Beware, he was cool because, he had a cool personality. He had the parakeet. Junkyard Dog, he was cool because he did the, the dog noise, and they all had personalities. That was the thing that got us to love them more than their wrestling moves themselves, which is why they didn't have to have so much wrestling moves as compared to today. As opposed to today, the superstars today, they are more known for their wrestling moves than their personalities. So that's why you have somebody like Seth freaking Rollins, which is just blowing it out the box because he's both awesome in the ring and as a personality. He wears all of this androgynous clothing because that's what we want. He built that character, and now we expect that from him because it's part of him, and we love him for that. And we're not even thinking to say, oh, he's non-black. Like, I don't even think of it like that. Like, I like Seth Rollins. I love the guy. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not going to, if he was, let me put it like this, Jay. If we had a whole group of black folks that was horrible, they was terrible in the ring and they was terrible on the microphones, but they're there because of the fact that they're black. Is that fair? And then they go for all of these title matches. Is that fair? And then a couple of them actually win compared to, I guess, non-black superstars that are way better than them on the mic and in the ring.
Right.
But yet, because of the fact that they're black, that's why they're winning. Is that fair? Is that worth celebrating in the long run as an actual fan of the brand? Sure, we love to see, black guys holding the titles and black queens holding the titles and the tag team titles, of course. But we want them to win because they rightfully deserved it. They fought hard against the opponent that they took it away from, not handed to them because they're black. I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it comes off disingenuous, and it comes off as you trying to buy the black vote. That's what that comes off to me.
I know
so
you've been.
right
I
now,
know you. I know you've been holding. I know you've been holding this thought for the past couple of weeks, and I was waiting for you to let this out.
Dude, because that seems to be the hot topic right now. Ever since MVP and Bobby and Lashley was originally announced that they was cut, and then it just so happens that a fan had to bring up the fact that it was what did he use? Emasculating or something like that. And I was like, dude, why is it that when somebody don't get their way, it's because of emasculating or the race card? Maybe it just wasn't their time for them to tell that story yet. I bet if you would have hung in there just a little while longer, that some way, somehow, you would have been intertwined in one of these many stories that's being developed right now.
Correct.
That's all I'm saying. That's what I want to tell it to everybody, to all the ones that hasn't managed to get that title shot yet, to just hang in there. You're getting TV time. You're getting to shine. You're getting to explain to us who you are, what your name is, and you're beginning to build your brand. Build it slowly, and then once your time comes, just like every other superstar, they've all had their times where they wanted to know when they was going to be next, and they waited, and look what they are now. The biggest names in WWE all had to do the exact same thing as what you're going through. You're not going to get it today. You might be able to go on the road tomorrow, but I'm telling you, if you just hold on, your time will come. Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Was that a rant?
No, that.
Oh boy!
I
need a real drink.
I think you were speaking a lot of facts on that. It's we grew up in times where that was going through our families and our generations times. To me, I never thought about color when it came to wrestling. Shit,
Right.
come on, when Priest won the championship, I told y'all, just to see me being at my age, to see a Latin champion, that was the greatest shit to ever happen.
Mm-hmm.
I could, my favorite wrestler might be Triple H, but the moment itself was satisfying. And I can imagine like how my father probably felt back in the days, or my grandfathers and uncles when Pedro Morales was the champion and he hailed exactly from the island of Puerto Rico, not from New York. Like that was even more big. Or Carlos Colon being a champ, shit like that. Like you can imagine, Kofi when he won, the whole universe was going bananas. They was excited. They was happy. They was crying. There was you seen it all over the internet, and you can see how wrestling touches every race, every color. Like they'll show if Drew wins the title, they'll probably show a picture of his people or video of his people back in Scotland cheering, hugging, crying because their guy got it. Their countryman is the champion. Shit like that.
Right. And my point to the matter is the way you describe everybody feeling about the particular wrestler, like how you feel about Priest, and then the Scots feel about Drew, and how we felt about about Kofi, it wasn't just because of their ethnicity and the fact that they was representing us. It was the fact that they was that damn good. With the fact that they was so good that they managed to be good enough to finally get a chance at the championships, and they all won it. They all rightfully and deservingly won it, and that made us even more proud, to the point where when Kofi won, we was all crying. And then when Damian Priest won, the whole Puerto Rico just had like a huge party, because it was one of their own that worked hard, and he deserved that moment, and he killed it and won deservedly, as opposed to him being whack, being corny, not being good on the microphone, and they just throw the champion at him because, yeah, we're in Puerto Rico and he's Puerto Rican, and let's just do it just to win the Puerto Ricans over. See, to me, that's an insult.
He paid his,
But
he paid his dues. Everybody pays their, every wrestler pays their dues. Some just take longer to get to them certain pinnacles. Like
there you
when
go.
Kofi and Priest, it took over 10 years plus to get us to get gold, singles gold.
Mm-hmm.
Big E, when he first came on, we already knew IC champ. AJ Lee was by his side already, so he was already starting his shit before them. He was a black man with a title, and nobody was looking at Big E like, and he, that they gave him the kind of way. He didn't get any type of, like, nobody was really feeling Big E before the New Day.
Right. And you want to talk about
And
black and white? Look at the one guy that saved Big E's career. CM Punk. They was literally about to write him off after that whole thing that he was doing with AJ and Dolph Ziggler. Once that story had ended, they was finished with him. They was done with him. They didn't know what the fuck to do with him. But then CM Punk said, let us do something. And that literally changed his entire career. He said that. He said he owed everything to CM Punk. Out of all people, CM Punk. Wasn't a black guy, it wasn't a Puerto Rican, it wasn't Chinese or Japanese. It was CM freaking Punk.
Facts. Let's see this message of what Killjoy got to say on this. I know he got something to say.
Say something.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll say this like I'll hang in there. I'll sit back and I'll chill and I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? I understand what you're saying, Hodge Boy. I understand you saying, okay, well, everybody's getting their own, every race is getting their time. Okay, I hear you on that. The Latinos are having their time right now. That's what's up. I'm down for that. But here's my thing. We've got cats out there like Carmelo Hayes. We've got cats out there like Trick Williams when it gets to the main roster. We've got Obafemi when it gets to the main roster. I want to see this next group of superstars from NXT, when they come to the main roster, how long it's going to take for them to get some shine. Or if they're going to be buried. The ball's in Triple H's court. We see what Sean's done with him. Let's see what Triple H does with him. Because if I see Triple H do the same shit that Vince was doing, I'm going to be disappointed. I'm going to be hella disappointed. Smoke weed every day.
Yeah. But we got Mello up there first doing things. So, we're slowly watching what he does with Mello. So, eyes are definitely wide open on that.
Right.
We know,
and you want to be careful.
Right. You don't want to call him up at the wrong time.
There you go. You go.
Because, like I was saying before, like, how did they draft Odyssey Jones and Killjoy? They drafted this guy 2 years in a row to Monday Night Raw, and this guy has not wrestled on TV. I don't know I don't know what he's doing or whose ass he's kissing to keep $1 in his pocket, or just being a wrestler. But it's crazy how he's on the roster, but you could have used this on one of these guys, as you said, an NXT person. But then again, you might not want to bury the person if this guy got buried for 2 years in a row. So I think they're gonna play with their toys. I think NXT's gonna play with their toys and make sure the first toy works. They make sure the batteries go, and we built this person till he's 100, and he takes off. And Melo's a work in progress. We've seen him go against Cody, Randy. He's fighting top-notch guys. So I'll stay with eyes peeled on him. But let's get back to the show, and look, lo and behold, we got the Rascals talking, and they have their treehouse. That was a hilarious segment.
We
We
sure
spent.
do. We got them. We got them.
Oh, shit.
And keep in mind, it was quoted that they went that 70s show style.
Oh, man, I got it. Wait, hold on. We here on a Tuesday?
Yeah, man. The Rascals Treehouse can happen anywhere, at any time.
But it's exactly the same. How?
Well, Wes, through the fabrics of space and time, light particles are actually refracted from radiation waves, and you don't look like you're following me. It's a magic treehouse, bro. Magic's been real.
Man, why didn't you tell me it was magic? I understand magic. I mean, look at all of us. We magical as hell.
Yep.
Anywho, you guys ever think that this would happen? I guess I'm smiling. I know, man. 4 years apart. You guys think we celebrate with a little?
Absolutely not. It's kind of PG around here. But the Rascals are back in business. What a time to be alive.
You're right, man. And we can't forget about everything the two of you guys did here in NXT as MSK, you know?
I mean, you could argue that Wes and myself are one of the greatest tag teams to ever step foot in this building.
What? I made that same argument literally like 2 weeks ago. Those exact words. Like I didn't say it first?
More to the point, we never really lost those tag team titles. Actually, like, it kind of stings a little bit. Burns right in here.
Oh, he was
And look at
injured?
last week. That fireman event reminded people on how we do things around here.
It's actually kind of a blur for me, but I remember you pinning Axiom. I do remember that.
And that proves that the reunited MSK deserves a tag team title match. Bring those bad babies home to us, defend them across 2 different companies.
That was. Then we got to get the word out. Look, you know what? I'm going to text Nathan and Axiom and see what they say.
And while we're waiting,
They giving that look, Jay.
Them boys are it. That was a nice little segment we got from them, and I want to see them win now based off of them talking that way, mentioning crossing brands. I think that'll be dope. I would love to see what they can do, and I think I ain't gonna lie to you. Next draft is probably Wesley and the boys and them boys. That group. Next year's
Going
draft.
where?
I would say SmackDown on USA. So by springtime, when the draft is in the springtime, right?
Around that time,
So,
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm giving Wesley the first call up for next year with the group.
I mean,
He's ready.
to me, it just seems like they fit better at NXT for some reason to me, unless they like go through the entire roster or something like that.
Right.
I'm just afraid. I just don't want them to get lost in. I just don't want them to get lost and kept in the file cabinet once they reach, Raw, especially SmackDown. Raw, I can see them doing some amazing things on Raw, especially once it hits. Once we get to Netflix, they could do some amazing things there. But SmackDown, but then again, we don't know how SmackDown is going to be once it hits USA.
Right.
Hopefully,
we don't know
it'll be
we don't know if it's 3 hours yet.
Right, and hopefully you'll be able to get away with a little bit more than you can with Fox, because Fox is just so sensitive. Like Megatron's sensitive. Like they blacking out the picture because somebody was holding a damn sign. Like you can't get any more censorship than that.
Or even the fan that stuck their middle finger up at Naya.
Right. And then they blacken the screen or they mute the button so we won't hear what the crowd is chanting, even though as wrestling, we part of the universe, so we know exactly what they chanting from the first couple of lines, which I never catch the first time, by the way. So it kind of makes no. I mean, I understand that you have to censor, but we already know what they're saying from the first few lines. So, yeah.
Let's see what Killjoy got to say on this.
The Rascals are fucking gold. They are fucking gold. In the ring, on the mic, gold. That fucking 70s show skit was so genius. I swear to God, it was perfection. It was perfection. So let's shoot these kids to the moon, because I know damn well they can hold it down. Wesley, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully his back issues stay right. You know what I'm saying? His back stays strong. But yeah, definitely, let's shoot these kids to the moon. I'm down for this. Let's get the boys main rostered and get going. Because I swear to God, that's what WWE needs. Is some fresh blood. That's what we need. Holla boy to the Killjoy, smoke weed every day.
Facts. But before the main call up, we do got to see that one off. We need that one off with him and Javon Evans. They got to give us that. They definitely got to give us that, Killjoy and Shane. I'm for it.
We saw the preview of it, and we want more.
That was a teaser.
Just a sample.
That would be a fire ass match.
Hell yeah.
Fire. But look, after that, we get Mr. Joe Henry for his concert. And he's sitting in the ring with his guitar.
Do we want to hear this? We have it on cue. Do you want to hear it, or
if you want to go? If you want.
Okay, here's the Rock Jr.'s concert.
Welcome to the historic first ever Joe Hendry concert in WWE.
Look, they have the TNA logo.
Are critically acclaimed all over the world, but
when they showed his
we
name.
brought it here to NXT.
It's very interesting
I
how they
could
did
feel
that.
the buzz in the air. I knew I needed to create something special because the world is saying they believe in Joe Hendry.
Yeah.
So we need a song that everyone is going to love. Well, almost everyone.
Yo, when he showed Booker, that shit was hilarious.
There we go.
There you go. La 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 la.
Joe Hendry makes things better, but there's still so much to see. Joe Hendry makes things better for everyone in NXT.
The crowd got there. Lights and the cameras waving back and forth.
There's a wrestler from Scotland. He's representing TNA. But the chef's been in the kitchen and he summoned Joe Hendry because they know he has his fans.
Picture Shawn Michaels and Triple
And they're
H.
singing We Believe. But the president of his fan club is a man named Booker T.
Booker T in a kilt.
I knew it.
I thought they was going to show his face, his reaction.
Joe Coffey, because there's a story I could tell. And he claims that he's from Scotland, but he's the son of Dutch Mantel. If you hate Gallus, then wave your hands in the air. They got deported for having awful facial hair. If you hate Gallus, then wave your hands in the air. They got deported for having awful facial hair.
Ah, see, that's why Gallus is not on his best side. It's because he's popping shit.
All together. If you hate Gallus, then wave your hands in the air.
Yeah. The whole crowd.
For having awful facial hair. If you hate Gallus,
What a concert.
then wave your hands in the air. They got deported for having awful facial hair.
It's a shade fest. That's all it is. It's hi, I'm Joe Henry, and I'm throwing salt at Gallus. And get the crowd behind me. And it worked.
They
I knew
believe
this was going to be fun, but you are really in a party mood tonight. So how about we have ourselves a little encore? And maybe we should sing a certain song when I spin around and you see a certain face? What do we think, NXT Universe?
What, you mean his theme song?
Well, people have spoken, so let's sing it together.
Nope, it turns into the Gallus song.
Yeah.
Love it.
NXT, there will be no encore. You're a flash in the pan. You're a one-hit wonder. You're an internet meme. You're a one-trick pony.
And they hop on the ring.
And if I hear that song one more time, someone's getting dead.
Now they're entering the ring.
Uh-oh. Gallus.
I feel as if, Joe, I've heard that song before. So if you want some, come get some. Go on then.
Joe starts to swinging.
He had to.
And they just stomping on him. Just a stomp fest. All three of them. So the two guys, they're holding him up as Joe Coffey holds his guitar. Cocks it back. Right on his back, Jay.
From one Joe to another.
And they're throwing the mic and stuff out the ring. And just standing over him.
Needless to say,
they don't believe. They sure don't. But then again, Joe Hendry, he literally called them out. He literally said their name. The crowd say their name and talked smacked about them. Of course they're going to come out. Of course they're going to come out. This is the same guy just last week that was saying... He wants to do what? No one wants to
Oh, shit. You brought that back, yes.
I told you, I got to save. It's part of the sound machine now. Are you kidding me? I love this button. He wants to do what?
Yeah.
But that was that was interesting. It was interesting how he had that concert so that he can get the people to side with him. And then at that right moment, here comes Gallus. They come out, they do their thing, they bash the Honky Tonk Man guitar on his back. And yeah.
Since you can't do headshot.
Yeah, you can't do a headshot, which would have been brutal. Because we used to see that a lot from Jeff Jarrett. Oh, he loved to do that. Ooh. Ooh, almost every time you seen him with a guitar, you knew that by the end of the segment, it's going to be over somebody's head. And a lot of time it was. Oh, man, that was magic. Pure magic. It's such a joy to watch. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, today, being that it's so PG, they don't do headshots, the whole concussion thing. So, yeah. But did you enjoy that concert? Your little Joe Hendry concert?
I don't know. It was kind of dry to me. It was hand dry.
It was Hendry.
Yes. And the coffee came and saved it.
Yep. Good
Cup of
old
Joe.
crazy coffee. Yep. At that
Good
right
old
moment. I'm telling you. That's why that Shane O'Mac coffee is so awesome. It's all about timing. All about timing. And the person that you're with, Jay, put those two together, you have a good night or morning.
Relax. Oh my god. After that, we get Roxy talking with Hank and Tank, because Hank and Tank is trying to interview her, and these guys are putting post-its on their face, trying to go against Roxy and see who could break the world's record. I said, oh my god. Roxy was so annoyed by it that she was like, "Look, I gotta put my title later, and such and such." And here comes Jada Parker saying, "You may not have it longer after tonight, much longer after tonight." I'm like, "Oh shit! Did we just see her next challenger? Possible challenger down the line? Stay tuned. Stay tuned." And then we get Oro, and Ethan in Ava's office, and they're arguing. You got that one or no?
Yeah, we could go inside the office. Let's see what they're saying.
I count the whole time.
Last week,
What do you want?
Go check the record book.
Every day means
check
something.
the record book.
Which record book?
Who's holding this? Me.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Hi. Yeah, I see we have a lot of big feelings, but let's remember why we're here.
Oh, we're here because I granted Oro a gift. A title match. A gift that you don't even deserve.
Okay, be quiet, my guy. 2 months ago, you attacked my brother, Noam. Put him on the shelf. And then you had the audacity to attack me. I've been chasing your goofy face the whole time, but you run, you duck, you hide. Because you know every week I will pin you 1, 2,
Stop counting.
3.
Don't finish.
Again and again. Your precious ego couldn't take it. Your stupid ego can't handle the fact that I pinned you. That's why you wanted this match to happen. And that's why this match is going to be official.
Oro, none of that stuff counts. Nothing you've done to me matters. And get this through your head. You can't beat me, and you won't beat me.
Sign it.
Didn't you pin him like 3 times already?
Pretty much.
I'm just saying.
You see, you might be the champion, but I have zero respect for everything that you think you are.
Like I care.
Paige, you look at me and you think Oro Menza is not worthy to be a champion.
You're right.
That kid that never fit in. But when I beat you next week, that NXT title is going to fit perfectly around the main man's waist.
It's official. Contracts are signed.
It's official.
That's it. We good. Looks like we have ourselves a title match. What's that? Next week.
Main event. Okay.
All right.
Main man Oro and Ethan Page for the NXT title next week. La la. And then look at this. We get our next match right after that. And it's the ladies. We got Kendall Gray, who came out with Carly Bright. And she's fighting Jada Parker, who comes out with OTM. We got the ladies match, Shane. This was a nice one. A nice one, but
It was it was conflicting because I love me some Jada Park, boy. I tell you, there's something about that Miss Jada Parker. Miss Parker. Never disappoint me when I see her on the screen. And this Kendall Gray, she I would say this, shout out to her on doing this, correct me if I'm wrong. What is this, like a suplex or something that she did to this dude for the second time?
yes, she did like the Kurt Angle catch and toss.
Yeah, because he was messing with one of her homegirls, her homegirl. He was
Carly
barking at
Bray.
her. Right. And once again, she did the exact same move last week. Caught him out
Catch
there.
and
I thought that
toss.
was, that was the thing that impressed me the most about her. Because the thing that was impressive about me about this whole match was that cute little teardrop that Miss Parker always delivers. Teardrop me, baby.
And
And
you see Kendall hit an Olympic slam also. So we see who she's modeling her moves after. Kurt.
Right.
The female Kurt. The female Kurt.
Exactly. I would say this though, if I have to be perfect, I would like to see Miss Parker with a better finisher than just running, bounce, and then run, and then like run into her. It looks like an elbow or something, like an elbow or a strong arm. Like, is that considered like her finishing move?
Well, for Jada,
Yeah.
it's her hips.
Oh,
That's
for
it.
some reason, it looked like it was more like her arm. For some reason.
Like when I see her do it, she turns more to the side and hits you with the hip.
Oh, is that what
Like,
that is?
yeah, because that's what I noticed how she been ending it. But you're definitely right on it. She definitely needs a better move to finish off these women that she's fighting.
Yeah.
I don't,
Yeah.
I don't think that's good. That she's she's not a finished product yet. So she has the bravado, the attitude. She has everything. She has the total package as far as a female wrestler. All she needs is like another 2 or 3 moves, and she's straight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think she needs the NXT championship to be like a main roster person, because she's good.
Right.
She could hold her own, talk her shit, let her know it's my time, and she got that walk like, yeah, come fuck with me, try me,
Mm-hmm.
I'll
And
fight you.
even though you say that, and I agree, I also like the fact as to what she did earlier when she walked past Roxy to throw in her ear that it's possible in the future that we're going to have a conversation about us going for that title. It may not be not right now, but keep your eyes on me because I am coming for you soon. I like that. I like that. Mm-hmm.
Then look, after
And
that, what happened? What you was gonna say?
no, I'm adjusting myself. Sorry.
Oh, Kitoki. After that, we got Thea in the locker room, and she's talking with Ridge, and Ridge is giving her a nice pep talk, and she's thanking him for his words, and he's like, "Look, do all that it takes, whatever you got to do to win." And Chase U walks in there and is like, "Really? They giving her a pep talk, and she heard what she told him what Ridge said, and you seen the look that they gave Ridge, and whatever it takes, Ridge, really." Come on. And Thea seems confident that she's going to win this tonight. And let's see what happens later on in the show. We also get Axiom and Frazier now talking with LWO on their speed match. Wink, wink, Friday night match. And Axiom went ahead and signed the tag title match to fight the Rascals. You
I
see
think we
how
have that. We I
got
think
that?
we're in the room with them, and we got towards the end when Mr. Stone and Homegirls here.
Stevie.
Let's listen in. Stevie, yes. Let's listen in, Jay.
Yeah, no. We'll definitely think about it.
Think about it.
Excuse me, guys. Can I get a moment with my tag partner alone? Yeah? See? Brother, did you just agree to an NXT tag team title match without my consent?
Yeah, we're fine. We got this, bro.
Brother, you didn't have it last week when you got pinned. Wow. This is like the definition of not locking in.
Brother, I am locked in. We are fine. We're going to defend these titles. But first, I'm going to win my speed match tomorrow. Okay, we're fine, I'm telling you. We're fine.
So he has a speed match tomorrow. AKA 2 Fridays ago.
So then pretty much we already know who the winner is, but we just not being told. Fans know. Fans who were there know. They probably got 2 speed matches.
Right. If we did some research, I'm sure we'll already know what the winner is within the next 4 minutes before Wednesday even hits.
Exactly.
The magic of the internet.
And lo and behold, we get our next match, which is another ladies match, back to back. There is a 6-woman tag featuring Lola Vice, Carmen Petrovic, and Sol Ruka fighting Fallon Henley, JC Jane, and Jasmine Nix. Jesus Christ. What a match. This was a cool one. Definitely a cool match. Let me see. The crucifix JC hit during that match, nice. She did that one cool. What else? The cartwheel clothesline was very sloppy that Sol Ruka did. Very sloppy, bro. I was like, nah. It keeps on like I keep on saying about Soul, and I was telling this to Dez not too long ago. It seems like she keeps on pushing off of one leg when she jumps on ropes. If you notice, like she's not trusting her other leg, the one that she had tore her ACL with. Do you notice that?
Now that you mention it, I do see it a little bit now that you mention it. I thought she was doing that to protect herself, to put more pressure on the other leg so that you won't put as much pressure on that leg that just healed. So maybe like it's still stuck in her mind to go that way because she's been doing that for so long during her healing process.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel she's very scared. Like she doesn't, she's not applying too much pressure, but at the same time, is stunting her growth with the moves that she's trying. Because I remember when she fought Kalani, like some type of similar move happened where you can see her stumble here, stumble there, but she's always doing it off that one leg. I even pointed it out to my sister as the match was going on, and I said, "Look, pay attention to that." And I want her, in order to continue to get better as a finished product, she needs to gain momentum on, trusting it more. She could have gotten more leverage, and the clothesline would have definitely hit. But you know, hey, she actually got to complete the move, but you kind of see she was already damn near on the floor by the time she did the clothesline. So
Right.
Fallon looked good tonight. Jasmine. Jasmine finally showed some fucking offense, bro. I've been complaining about her for a minute. Really, like I've been complaining that she hasn't been showing us nothing. And this was a match where she gave us something. That she had this move with her she wrapped old girl's head with her legs, and I was like, shit, you could you could basically suffocate the hell out of her by doing that shit. And also, she had did a cannonball and a running kick. So I'm like, oh, you got something then. I see you practicing in the PC. Okay, okay, girl. Fallon, Fallon with that power bomb. She hit that shit hard, and she got the win for the heels. Mm.
Hmm. It was interesting though. There's a lot of good-looking women out there, just a swinging and a punching and slamming and jumping off the top ropes and jumping out of the ring. Oh, it was all over the place. Loved
Bro,
it.
if
Action packed.
for real, it felt like every match that we was getting, somebody did a suicide dive. I literally wrote suicide dive on almost every match. I could look at my paperwork. I'm like, damn, suicide dive by Carmen, suicide dive by this person, suicide dive by that person. I'm like, oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
it was that type of a night tonight. Where we got
Yeah.
suicides out the ass. But kudos to the girls for winning. The how can we put it? The underachieving trio of Fallon, JC, and Jasmine because they're underrated.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly to everybody else, they're not being looked at. They feel so. I can see this trio staying together and wreaking havoc. Maybe down the line they'll be the next set of trio women that one day will maybe challenge maybe a SmackDown trio or a NXT or a Raw trio. Entice a little matchup while they're in development. Call out Shayna, Sonya, and Zoe. That'll be a nice, cool 3-on-3. I would think that would be cool to see down the line. And you don't have to you don't have to move them out their brand because we know Shayna loves to work with these girls at the PC. So that could be something we get enticed with. Zoe, a former NXT person herself, and so they'll be cool. It'll be cool because JC got swag. Jasmine's still learning the ropes, and Fallon is already seasoned. So these girls could pretty much hold their own at NXT. And this what happens here after this. We get Paxley in the back, and she's talking with Kalani. Oh
We can
my
hear them.
god!
Let's hear what they
Really?
say, Jay. Yeah, let's hear them because she's walking. So let's see.
Kalani, just the person I wanted to see. I have my toys, you have yours. Let's play. Come on.
Tatum, I don't know what you're trying to do, but I don't want to play with you or your dolls.
How about we play with that?
No, I don't play when it comes to this.
Look at Wendy Chu.
Neither do I.
Looking scary as hell.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking at?
Like that eye makeup is so freaky. Like I was like, I don't know if it was like her eyes or the makeup that was drawn of an eyes.
Yo, she is scary.
That was freaky, man.
And her bed attire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Yeah, shout out to Wendy Chu.
Choo choo.
Yeah, she's definitely made me keep my eyes open because I was not feeling the introduction of her character. You remember? I was like, "Are you
Yes.
kidding me? This is what this is it. This is it." Her sleeping and then getting out of bed and using the bathroom. I was like, "Dude, where's this going? What is this sleepy? This I don't get this sleepy thing that she's doing." But then I saw her in the ring. I said, "Oh shoot,
The fucking
okay."
$1 million dreams of finisher.
Hmm. Ooh, she is tough, boy. Man, I
But
am definitely looking forward to her next match, whatever that's
I
going to be.
I think that finisher for her, honestly, is the best finisher name you can go with because she's a sleeper. You
Mm-hmm.
know, dreams. So might as well have locked that move into her. The
Yeah,
$1 million
yeah,
dream.
yeah.
I can't wait to see what she's gonna do with Paxley because she's slowly helping her, and they're eerie similar. One could pop up here, the other one could pop up in the audience. You know, I could see some wild shit like that one
You know,
day.
I'm glad you said that because let me ask you this question because I'm glad you said that because we are reminded that for next week, Kalani and Tatum Paxley are actually in a match. So do you think
Mm.
that Wendy Chu is going to show her face there as an interference?
She did it. She did it to She did it Paxley's last fight, where she had
Mm-hmm.
the other piece to the doll in her hand,
Yeah.
and she put the doll head back on the doll.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're working on something together.
Yeah. Yeah. Because what she did tonight, that was quite telling. Just like she
Right.
showed her face last week. A lot of people didn't see it at that scene where the girls was there and she slithered out of the room. And then after that, and after Kalani left, because that's when she did it. She did it while Kalani was there. And then it wasn't until when Kalani left, that's when Ashanti came and the girls helped them, walk out of the scene.
Yes.
So these are
Yeah.
all it leads me to think that we're gonna see her do that again next week for her match.
Hmm.
Hmm.
It's just a matter of where she comes out from. Does she come out from the back, or she pulls off a Tatum and comes out from the audience?
Yeah, yeah. Because where
It
did
will
where did
be
she come from last week? She came from the back,
from the back.
right? And okay.
Yeah. It'll be funny if she comes out in her pillow and just lays right there and watches the whole fight. Like I
That
can't
would be
remember.
cool.
Like prior to her injury, I forgot who she fought, but she fought someone in a match where it was like a bedtime type match where the bed was out there, the pillows, everything was out there, and all them shits were used as props. I was like, shit. I think that
So
was probably
they
the last time I saw her.
so they had a bed fight?
Pretty much, the bed was outside the ring. So if you got thrown on top of it, you got that shit broke. Devious shit. I could see her and Paxley doing that shit in a one-on-one match. Come to a night match.
Mm,
No winner. No
no
winner.
winner.
They both go to sleep.
And you throw them in the bed. Throw the sheets over them saying night night and then the bell rings. That would be cool. That would be cool.
Double TKO.
Yeah, it would be a clean version of a casket match.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, Shawn Michaels, if you're listening, you have my permission to use that.
True. That'll be crazy. The future, the futuristic shit that we're thinking about. We never know who's listening, so the execs might be listening on the low. Killjoy might be an exec. Trizzy might be an exec. Pyro Jam might be an exec. You never know.
Right.
Somebody could be listening. So, shout out to y'all down there listening. Prior to our main event, we get Joe Hendry talking again, and he talks about Gallus ruining his moment.
Yeah.
And he can't wait.
Yeah, we're in the parking lot with him right now.
Joe Hendry, your concert didn't end how you wanted tonight.
It wasn't just the NXT universe that were excited about tonight. I was. A Joe Hendry concert live in NXT, a first for WWE, a milestone in my career. And Gallus had to ruin it. Those three are driven by jealousy, and Joe Coffey is at the wheel. You know what I'm driven by? Proving that I belong here in NXT, that I can hang with the best in the world. So you know what? Next week, there's not going to be any singing. It's going to be 252 pounds of pure motivation ready to kick Joe Coffey's ass. And once and for all, force Gallus to believe in Joe Hendry.
I know that's right.
Motivation.
I know that's right.
I didn't even hear the T.
Yeah.
Motivation.
But here's my thing. Because usually when we see somebody in the ring like that by themselves getting jumped by two or more people, especially three people, someone from the back will come out to help them out. But nobody came out to help him.
No. He has no friends on the show.
No.
He's an intruder.
Right. And I'm reminded of that Rumble. Remember the Rumble that they'd had? And he was standing there and it was all like literally surrounding him?
Yes.
He was the last entry, wasn't he?
Yep. And they tossed his ass right out.
Yeah.
That man has zero friends in the brand right now.
Wow, that's a shame. The only friends he's have is either in TNA or in the audience in NXT. Yeah.
The audience is more his friends here. They love his ass.
Mm-hmm.
He's iconic for them, especially with a crowd of but maybe 1,000 people in there. So, shit. It's probably being in the PC. That's just probably loud as hell in that little spot. Yeah. But prior to the main event, I'm gonna play this message by Pyro Jam.
Nigga, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Shut up.
Okay.
I don't know who that was or whatever. Anyway.
Okay. But our main event features Roxy Perez, our NXT Women's Champion, versus Chase Hughes, Thea Hill. Ooh wee. Shane, talk about it, bro.
You know, I give Thea credit. I give her some magic. She definitely stuck in there. She definitely gave Roxy a hell of a match. She definitely she tried her best. She was good. She did a lot of submission moves. Almost had Roxy, but Roxy managed to roll out of most of them and get out of all of them. Yeah, it was quite a few, but that Roxy, she's like, she's like that wet, that wet little pig. You're trying to catch the wet pig, and he just keeps slipping out of your fingers every time you grab him. You think you got him, she just slips away. She's real good at escaping, holds like that. And she was just outmaneuvering her time and time again. Just when you think that Thea had it, and she almost had it several times, Roxy got out of it. And Roxy, she did her, what is it called? Pop rocks?
Yes.
And once again, we have a winner. So, first of all, if I can say this, Jay, shout out to the women, because tonight was definitely ladies' night. I mean, we had a lot of ladies' matches tonight, and they killed it, all of them. Shout out to all of the ladies of NXT for tonight. And the fact that they even main event. They opened and main event. That's awesome.
If I'm not mistaken, the last 3 matches were ladies' matches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. After Brooks, Jensen, and Cedric, the rest of the lineup was the ladies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Thank you,
Sean.
Thank you, Sean.
Is it cool to say that this was Revolution 2.0?
I definitely give that a thumbs up. It definitely was. It definitely was. Thea, very, very good fight from you tonight. You gave it your all. But once that poke in the eye happened, when the ref turned his back, stupid ass, come on. You take that long to just do what you're doing with the apron? Come on, man. She could have won. As many times as Thea had them chances to win, she was right there. But Roxy's like a fucking little snapping turtle. You do something to her, she counters. She got a counter for a counter. So you're like, shit. The crossface. Thea came out of it. Suicide dive. Then Thea suicide dives. You're like, then Thea Michinoku driver. You're like, shit. And then Roxy hits it with an extendo. And then the Pop Rocks got countered. Thea hit the Kimura twice. The crossface got locked in again 2-3 times. I'm like, yo. It was a match where you sat back and you was like, damn, whose finisher is gonna work first?
Mm-hmm.
Because it was either the Kimura or the crossface. And Roxy tonight had to end up with her move with the Pop Rocks. She noticed that, she's fighting someone that's similar to her in the ring. Short, spunky, and got submission moves. So you had to use your go-to to win this match and retain. And tonight we got featured no title changes.
Not one at all. Everybody got the title.
I wrote in the chat that was a waste of time, but at the same time I wasn't mad because we got fed great wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy at what we got tonight. Everybody gave their all.
Mm-hmm.
And shit, I can't wait to see what next week's gonna be like. Now that we know some matches that are out there leading up to next week. We got the Oro and Ethan Page out there. We got Joe Hendry against Joe Coffey. Who else is fighting next week? I didn't see who else was on the card for next week. Damn. My memory's blank.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, mine too. I forgot.
I know they announced like 3 or 4 matches. Well, yeah, we said Ethan Page oral. Okay. Yeah, I feel we could. It does Oba should fight next week if that's the case. Then
You don't know who
should
though.
fight. That's true.
You don't know who, and if anything, wouldn't something have started today for him to have had a
Right.
match? Unless they're going to
Right.
be corny and do something like online, or if they're going to do something like how they did with Seti versus Jensen, where they played the video as to earlier today type of situation that led up to a match later on tonight type of thing.
True. Or Oba does a open challenge. And
Even better.
and someone comes from another brand and challenges them, which would probably be, dope. I could see an open challenge.
Can you imagine if Moose from TNA came out? Oh man, that would be cool. That would be cool.
Your book and your pen is dropping. You're like, I'm not writing nothing. Entertain me, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that would be a banger. Oh, we also got Pete Dunne and Trick Willie next week.
Right.
We got that. There's another match to look forward to next Tuesday. So we got about 3 or 4 matches that we know of right there. Because you can't just feed us Oba like you did in the beginning of the show and then not feature him tonight.
Right. Oh,
So
and we
production.
got the tag teams. Axiom Frazier and
MSK.
for the
Yeah.
title. Yeah. Everybody get a good magic show.
I think that's the opening match next week.
I hope so. That's a strong opening.
That'll be so fire. We get like 15, 20 minutes, maybe a half an hour of just dumb back and forth.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind at all.
Oh, see, now they got us thinking. Now they definitely got us thinking about that. So now we got a whole week to digest this.
Mm-hmm.
I can sit back and relax. None of that one. And look, that's basically everything covered on our show tonight. And Shane, let's play a commercial before we give our moments in match of the night.
Okie dokie.
You guys looking for a podcast? Well, this ain't no ordinary podcast. This is the Three Bells Podcast. With Triple J. Mundo. And Shane O'Mac. Acknowledge me. Coming to you live each and every Monday night for Monday Night Raw, Tuesdays with NXT, and Friday Night SmackDown featuring WWE PPVs, news, and more. So tune in live and follow the buzzards. And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
And we're back to close the show out, ladies and gentlemen. Shane, we're going to have our match and moment of the night as we do every show. What was yours tonight, my man?
This was a tough one because, again, it was a lot of good matches. These women, man, they put on a banger of a show tonight, but I am going to stick to the opening match, the first match, which was the women's tag team champion match with Lash and Jakara versus Fire and Desire, or rather Fire and Dawn. It was an awesome match. It was awesome to see Jakara step up her game. Excuse me, and she did an awesome job. Yes, you did not win the titles, but keep your head up. it was a good match for you, a good stepping stone, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do next moving forward. Lash, we already know what you're about. We already know that you're good, so you don't have to worry about anything. Just keep doing what you're doing. And Fire and Dawn, congratulations, and we'll see you Friday. My moment of the night, and this is probably the biggest win of the night, Jay, considering that there was no title exchange. But apparently, I guess you could say a little history was made with the win of Cedric Alexander. The fact that he won tonight, and the last time he won was back in 2021. So this was an interesting and a big win for Cedi. That's my match and moment of the night. Ooh, excuse me.
Okay. My match of the night, I am going with the women's 6 tag match where we had Lola, Carmen, and Soruka against Fallon, JC, and Jasmine. For the sole reason that we, like I was stating earlier, we finally got some offense from Jasmine tonight, and I liked what I saw. And in that match, to see all 3 women hit that Lola Vice move together in a triangular fashion, I thought that shit was fire. And my moment of the night is the Rascals Treehouse. That 70s shows style. I thought that shit was fire. For real. And, there you have it. That's my match and moment of La Noche Especial. So that closes out our show for tonight. Shane,
That's
any
it.
final? Yeah.
That's it. Wow.
We did it.
Woohoo. Well, are you about to ask me, because I sound like I keep cutting you off. I'm sorry.
Nah, you good. You good. Now I was going to just say if you got any final thoughts before we start closing the show out.
Final thoughts for tonight as a whole. I thought tonight, all in all, even though there was no title changed, I thought it was a good night tonight. Like I said, the women had the opportunity to shine, and they all did an amazing job. Each and every lady that performed tonight, whether they won or lost, you all won as far as I'm concerned. So shout out to all of the ladies. And shout out to the fellas, and I'm looking forward to next week. But once again, it's another awesome episode of NXT courtesy of the one Shawn Michaels. Dude, whatever it is that you are drinking, keep on drinking it. Whoever is on your team, keep that going. Do not fix it. you know what I mean, Jay? Do not fix it. Do not try to add anything fancy to it. Like, you found this formula, and it's awesome. You stand out from the other 2 branches because they're doing their own thing, and you're doing your own thing, which was really making it exciting for even people in SmackDown and Raw to want to come down. So you have something good, especially with the fact that because of you, Shawn Michaels, WWE has the best women's division out there. Yeah, I said it. And I'll say it again. WWE has the best women's division. Period.
Right.
So,
and look,
yeah.
Before we close out, Killjoy has something to say. Let's see.
Alright, I know y'all are done, but let me say this real quick. My match of the night was the match between Thea Hale and fucking Roxanne, because they tore each other up. They actually, the technical side of it was genius. It was on point. It was the best I've seen. Probably the best I've seen out of Thea. But yeah, Roxanne hold it down again. But it kind of irritated me because we knew she was going to lose tonight because the way he set it up for, saying, oh, Julia's coming, and this one's coming, and this one's coming, and no, saying they're foreshadowing other matches before the end of the match, so it kind of takes away the entire thought of her winning in the first place. So that part kind of irritated me. But yeah, the match itself was awesome. How's your boy that Killjoy? Smoke weed every day. A great show, guys.
Thank you.
Wow,
Shane, let's get him.
I
Let's get him
never
with some
thought
three
of that.
belts for that one.
Yes, absolutely. That's for you, Doctor. I never thought of that. That wasn't even on my mind, but I can imagine if you said it. I know you're not the only person that was thinking that. And that's kind of unfortunate for Thea, because this was supposed to be her moment. Even though she had this moment last year, Jay, where she fought Roxy, right?
No,
So
it was Tiffy.
Tiffy, yes, Tiffy. So yeah. I'm just gonna say that because I don't know who these other girls are, and it seems like there's a lot of big deal dealing with them because I'm hearing and seeing the images quite a bit. So and like I said, it's unfortunate that was the case, that people was thinking about them while this was going on, rather than just focusing on this. And you know what I mean? Like,
yes.
right? Like I'm trying to make this make sense considering what I know. So, and based on what Doctor was saying, because granted, yeah, we do kind of do that. Thea wasn't going to win, but Thea isn't going to win because Roxy outdid her just a little bit. I'm hoping that was the reason why, rather than a storyline. If that makes sense.
Right, because you know what it was like, and I get what Killjoy was saying on it. It's because they said that Julia is about 3 weeks away because her last fight overseas is like on the 14th or the 15th of August, something like that, sometime in mid to late August. And
Okay.
then you got the other girl that's coming up that already fought in the house shows.
Mm-hmm.
So it's already to the point where you're already feeding us their next challenger without having to do it. So like you said, it's unfortunate for someone like Thea who could be champion, and Roxy doesn't really need to be champ to fight these badass women that are about to come in and do some shit. So there was a moment taken away, and I hope this doesn't derail anything Thea has going forward. Because I like the little girl. I think she's good as hell.
Me too.
So as much as they're pushing Roxy, others deserve the push as well. And this is literally the second time that Thea's had her shot and didn't win. I don't want her to be known as a little loser. I want her to see her at least get one title before all is said and done. And she goes up,
Mm-hmm.
and if she ever goes up to the main roster. So let's see what happens for her down the line. She got to just from now on keep herself. They got to keep her focused on now main eventing. No mid card and none of that. You still got to chase. I think you got to chase Roxy one more time. You got 3 weeks to a month to chase her. So let's see if you can get one more turn.
As long as it
Let's
makes
see.
sense. If you make it make sense, I won't be mad about it.
Right. So there you have it. Those were our final thoughts for tonight. Shane, do what it do.
All right, I'm gonna do doo-doo time.
And that's the bell folks. You've been listening to the Three Bells Podcast with your hosts, Triple J, Mundo, and Shane O'Mac. Bringing the thunder from the ring straight to your speakers. But a conversation doesn't end here. Keep the conversation going in the comments and follow us on our socials to get the latest scoop on WWE events and behind the scenes action. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and above all, stay tuned for more hot takes, news, in the world of wrestling. Expect the unexpected. See you on the next show, the Three Bells Podcast.
Woohoo! Okay. So Shane, thank you for tonight. Thank you for tonight, bro.
Thank you for tonight.
Killjoy, thank you. Trizzy, thank you for staying for the entire show. Oh, this was a great night tonight, and bro, this has been this has been a early good week for us because we got 2 more shows this week. We got Friday's show, SmackDown. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be on YouTube live at 10:15, and we'll be doing a watch party on Saturday, 6:30. Woohoo! We're gonna have some fun this weekend, SummerSlam week. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Other than that, it's your boy Triple J now signing off stereo. And he will see you Friday on YouTube, everybody. You see the sign up there? We got our Three Bells Podcast YouTube. Stay tuned, 10:15, everybody. Killjoy, Trizzy, hope to see you there.
Yes, and don't forget that you can catch us on any of the Three Bells Podcast social media. We have our pages on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and of course, YouTube, all under the name The Three Bells Podcast. And also a quick reminder that beginning on Monday, August 19th, our Monday Night Raw recap shows will be given to you live on YouTube. It will not be on stereo. We will stay on stereo the next couple of Mondays, but on August 19th, there will be the first of many Monday Night Raws where we will be live on YouTube. The same time, 11:15 p.m. And again, like Jay said, we will hopefully see you on Friday for our Friday night SmackDown live on YouTube, as well as our watch party right here on stereo, where we're going to watch the PLE SummerSlam live together. And hopefully you will be able to join us. All of you will join us. All right. This is your homie, Shane O'Mac, coming to you live from the East. Oh, and shout out to, we got to give a shout out to Mundo, the CEO, Mr. AKA. Even though he's not here because he's on the boat. He's on a luxurious vacation boat with his family, chilling on a yacht, chilling in the middle of the water. Not paying us no kind of mind, and that's okay. It's a well-deserved vacation for him and his family. Hopefully they're having an awesome time, and he's going to join us for our Saturday watch party, Jay. Yeah. This is your homie, Shane O'Mac, coming to you live from the East New York section of the Three Bells Podcast table, reminding you to laugh hard and to love harder. And good fright. Good night.
Yee.
And if Mundo was here, he would say, and as always, no yeet.
Yeah.